Hey everybody, it's Jasmine. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my updated foundation routine. I'm also going to be showing you guys like bronzer, blush, highlight, you know, because it's all within the face. And I feel like I should mention my skincare routine. I have a video on that, so I'll link it down below. I usually don't do that, but just in case anybody's asking about my skin, I have a video for that. And yeah, let's get into it. So recently, if you guys watched my June hits and misses, you guys know I've really been loving this simple ultralight gel moisturizer. It's instant hydration, and on the back it says it's a perfect base for your makeup. So I've been using this every single day. You can use it at night too, but I take a little bit. It's not even a full pump. A full pump is a lot in this product, so I'm just taking half a pump. And then I'm just going to generously apply it to the face. So I'm just going to take the Benefit Porefessional, and I'm just going to apply this more towards my T-zone. And you don't even need that much. I only take about this much, and I just pat it in between my fingers, and then I just press into the places where I have pores. And this is really just going to fill them in, and you just want to smooth it out. I kind of like to take it on the tip of my nose because for some reason, if a product is too drying on my face, my nose gets really crusty. So I kind of want to smooth it out as much as I can before I put anything that's crusty. So I do want to talk about 3 foundations that I love from the drugstore. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I've talked about this a lot. And I recently just been loving the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. You guys know, hits and misses. And also I mentioned the Milani Conceal and Perfect. Today I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect for a natural look. And I'm just going to take 1 pump onto my finger. That's a pretty generous amount, okay? And what you want to do is you want to dot it around your face. Now we're going to take a beauty blender and we're just going to blend this in. And since this is 1 pump, that's embarrassing. And since it's 1 pump, it's not going to be as full coverage, but what I realize is that with any thick consistency foundation, if you use a little too much, like 2.5 pumps of this, it will crease in my smile lines. And if you have smile lines, like, that is the worst. You just gain like 10 years on you. And I really just been loving the 1 pump, like, kind of flawless, but you can still see your imperfections look. And what's important with all foundation is that you really want this to be like really flawless and really into the skin. You don't want any patches, so you just want to continue to blend, and I think I'm pretty good right now. So it's like everything kind of evened out, and that's just 1 pump, so hello. Okay, and then I'm going to show you guys how you can kind of get more of a full coverage without doing too much. So for that, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. By the way, this one is in the color Warm Beige. This is a natural beige. I'm usually a natural beige, but the Warm Beige is pretty good. If you're yellow, pretty good. So I'm just going to take the Maybelline, and since I don't have a lot of product in here, it's just going to take me a while. I'm just going to take this much on my hand and I'm just going to dot it around my face. And since this foundation is more lighter in formula, like consistency wise, it's really good as a little top layer if you want to make anything a little bit more full coverage. It's a little bit more foolproof. So now you just want to blend that in with a beauty blender. And don't forget to get your eyelids too, just in case you have some veins. And I also use this as a base for any eyeshadow. So basically I have everything covered. You can't even tell that I used a lot of foundation, but that's fine. I'm just going to continue on with some concealer. Today for concealer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circles Eraser. And I'm going to be using this to highlight my under eyes, bridge of the nose, chin, cupid's bow, anything that just needs to have a little oomph, you know? So this is in the color Neutralizer, and it's yellow toned. and that's perfect. Anybody who's Asian, yellow toned. And if you're a woman, you kind of always get red right here, right in the butt crack, right there. Yeah. So you kind of want to get there, highlight it, and it'll all be good. Blend this out, and what I like to do is I kind of like to take my time in this area because your under eyes are kind of not really sensitive, but they're gentle, and you kind of just want to make sure that this spot right here gets as much coverage, especially if you have dark circles. And if you work slowly, you'll notice that it just blends in nice. I hope these videos are helpful because I get really embarrassed when I have to redirect people to my old videos, like my foundation routine or my brow routine, and it's just very embarrassing because I took those on my iPhone, and you know what I had for lighting? I had my lamps, and I had to buy like these special HD lights from Home Depot for like $4, and I had to stack some movies, and then I had to lay my phone out on a like little tripod, and it was so embarrassing. But now I have a camera and actual light, so I'm hoping that everything is good, you know, struggling out here. So once my concealer is all blended out, I have two powders that I love, and this is kind of like an option for you, like how I did for my foundation. This is the RCMA No Color Powder, and this is the Airspun Powder. The price difference is not that big of a difference. This was about $12 online. This was $7 at Walgreens. So I mean, not a big price difference. They work pretty much the same. This one is white, and the Airspun powder has kind of a pink hue, but when you brush it off, they're both translucent. So I don't know, whatever you like. I'm just gonna do RCMA on one side, Airspun on one side, just so you guys can see some difference. So for the RCMA, it kind of comes out like baby powder, and what I like to do is I like to just pour it onto my hand. You don't need that much, and I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and put it on my under eyes. Okay, so basically what I'm doing with this powder is I'm putting it under my eyes, on my chin, and I'm just going to bake right under where my contour is. I'm thinking I want to do a contour and highlight video, but I feel like that's really basic. I don't know. If you guys want it, I'll do it. For my Airspun powder, I kind of just pour it into the cap, and I'm just going to go in the same thing with my RCMA. So once this has been sitting for a while, you want to take any powder that matches your face, or translucent powder, anything like that, to just really dust it off but give a little bit of color back to your face. So I'm going to take my Morphe E34 brush, it's like this, very dense, and I'm just going to take a little bit of powder and I'm just going to sweep everything away. So if you can see where I put the translucent powder, it kind of gives me a natural contour because I baked here and I baked here, so right here is a little bit darker. And that's where you want to put your contour. So I have two bronzers that I love. These are like my go-to. This is my Too Face Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and as a competitor, I use my butter bronzer in the color light bronzer, and I find that these are just so easy to blend. I feel like they're almost identical. It's just that, I don't know, there's barely a color difference. So I'm just going to be using my butter bronzer today, and with that I'm going to be using my Beige Cosmetics 126 brush. Kind of is like a small dome taper, but I'm just gonna take that and I'm gonna apply it towards the spot right there where we did not apply our bake. And you just want to work in circular motions but still evenly distribute the product so it kind of looks a little bit natural. You don't want to forget the hairline. Kind of want to get up there, get in there, and then you don't want to neglect this jawline. Yes. This also will make it appear that you're very slim. For nose contouring, I'm going to be using a blending brush that I actually don't care about, and I actually hate this for my eyes, so this is the only use that I use it for. And what you want to do is you want to examine your nose. What I hate about my nose is the fact that it goes straight and then it gets really big up here. So I just want to even out this line, and so it looks like my nose is a lot slimmer than it actually is. So I'm just going to take some product and just go for it. Just go straight down. That's what I like. And yes. I mean, it's not going to be like a big difference. It's not going to be like, oh my god, you got a nose job. It's just going to be a little bit of like an illusion that, you know, your nose isn't actually that round in the front. Since I'm working with a more natural face, I thought I would bring out the MAC Trace Gold Shimmer Blush. And I tried to depot this, it didn't work. But I'm just going to take a BH Cosmetics, this is the wrong brush. I'm going to take the BH Cosmetics 125, and I mentioned this in my brush collection video. This is like the best brush for anything, for blush, contour, highlight. This is what you need in your collection. And I'm just going to take this, I'm going to swirl it in here, and I'm just going to smile and just go in circular motions again. I mean, like, it adds a little bit of rosiness. Like, you see the difference? Just a little bit. A little touch, a little sprinkle. Now, before I move on, I'm going to take my powder brush again. This is the E34 by Morphe. And what I like to do is I like to just take no extra product, and I'm just going to run it on the bottom part of my contour and on the top part, because I don't like it when it's too much. Fix up my nose, I'm just going to take some more translucent powder and run it on the sides of my nose. Like that. For my natural highlight, I'm going to be using my That Glow Kit. I'm going to be taking the color Dripping in Gold, Bubbly, and then just a touch of Sunburst. And this is just going to go on the high points of my cheeks. And we're going to bring it up into the brow. And then just a little bit on the Cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin, just a little dust. I like to take my finger and into the color Sunburst, and I like to run this along the bridge of my nose. And what's important is, like I said, you don't want a crusty nose and you don't want to highlight your crusty nose. That is just so rude. You don't want to do that to yourself. So a little bit zoomed out, you can see that my face is like, woo, natural. But to set that all in and to make all my powders sink in, I'm using my MAC Fix Plus. This is so sad. I am running out. Okay guys, so that completes my foundation routine, and I hope you guys really enjoy all this. So just in case I am doing a video that's just my eyes, you guys can refer back to this video if you guys want to see how I achieve like a natural sun-kissed glow look, whatever this is called. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy this video, and if you want to see anything more like this, then please let me know. I'm always willing to do more. I'm always willing, because I don't have a life. Sad. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.